Flex alive is more than the six. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Super welterweight. Light middleweight, baby. Same thing. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Let's get to this roll call because I want to get to the smoke. I'm dropping links this morning, by the way. I'm dropping links this morning because I want to hear what y'all have to say. Let's do this roll call real quick. Dial Big G, Anwar Willis. Beezy, what up, Beezy? How you? Bro. Hey, bro. You see the play, Beezy. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. Mark Wonderlick, my brother, salute. Stormy B-Man in here with all the smoke. Salute Coach B Hudson. That's right, it's still my mother effing said. I'm on the job. Hey, Coach, don't get mad at me. I just did 50 push-ups off the wall. I did. Off the wall, off the wall, off the wall, off the wall. It was off the wall. It was off the wall. The doctor said it was okay. Doctor said it was okay. He just said just stretch and just check to see what it is. And I did that and I'm good. I'm good. Well, he said 30, but you know, it's what it is. I'm good. I'm not ODing. Trust me. I'm good though. I got some time. I'm good. Lost from the Jungle. Salute. Steve Elder Mac. 4-ounce Sniper. Camara. Salute. Todd Swindle. BBO. Jada Hudson. Shalan. Andrew Gray. My brother Ratchet since 91. Dragon Fang. Freedom's March. Mr. Big Play. 88 Sports Talk. Yeah, Doc said it was all right. Said it was all right. So I'm good. Joe. What's good, Joe? Let's get to it immediately. Last night, me and Stormy, we was having a little cookout here. And I was making the point that the play is to keep your hands in your pockets. What do you think we meant by that? Black Gun or the salute. What do we mean by that? Things aren't meaningful unless there's a prize involved. What's the prize involved if Ortiz and Boots fight? We know it's a hot fight. We know they've been like at a stare-down war for like a year or two. We know all of that. But at this point, they're at 154, and there's nothing to gain but bragging rights. And what are they bragging about? They're going to force feed you that Boots is the B-side and he's black. Saying that a black fighter is a B-side is pretty much saying that, you know, oh, he's black. That's what the B-side means to others. That's what Oscar said. We're not the B-side going into this. Yes, you are. You fought in Texas, and respectfully to Ortiz, he didn't sell it out. Now, I'm not. You see, this is why, Greg, what up? This is why I don't like talking about numbers and seat sales. I want to get down to the nitty-gritty. This is a great matchup, right? See, because when you open up that door about seat sales and everything else, and your fighter doesn't do what's expected, then what you got? HMC, what up? What do you got? You got to eat that word, man. You got to eat that word. You put it out. You put it out there. So as far as eyes and sales, you got to lean towards Boots. So what are you going to do? Send Ortiz to Philly? But the whole thing is this. I don't care unless they're jockeying for position. Okay, win against Fundora, win against Bakhram. Tell me that. Line up a tournament because there's no undisputed champion at 54. Line up to make the tournament. Tell them, yo, we putting you in the brackets. Boots, Ortiz, Bakhram, Fundora. Ab Ass, whoever the hell it is. Put them all in there. Xander Zayas, put them all in there. Exactly, Stormy. I'm being very generous when I say it's a great matchup. It's not. Listen, y'all. Other than them beefing back and forth online over the last couple of years, I really wasn't stoked for this. I'm not walking around saying, oh, man, I can't wait to see Ortiz versus Boots. I don't care. You know why? Let's keep it a bean. Boots hasn't done enough. Now, why am I not allowed to say that Boots hasn't done enough? And Virgil has, I could say he's done a little more than Boots, but ever so slightly. But neither one of these guys got enough buzz for me to be stoked for them to have a fight, let alone pay $50 on top of my DAZN subscription to watch this when you got 3 champions and all of those guys that got belts are jockeying for position. Why am I supposed to stop what I'm doing, paying attention to that and talking about that, to pay attention to these guys who are glorified marketing schemes until they do something significant? Fair enough? And I'm talking about Boots and Virgil, because I'm talking boxing. But here's what's funny. While me and, now mind you, let me stop right there. Did I say anything racist so far? I'm 7 minutes into the show. Did I say anything racist so far? Give me a minute. Did I say anything racist so far? Did I? Let me know. Abdullah, what up? John Pound, salute. Did I say anything racist so far? I know the show just started. Copper, what up? Did I say anything racist? I said something about Texas. I said something about equally Boots and Ortiz. I'm not paying $50 to watch them fight. To be honest with you, I don't care about this fight. I'm looking at Bakhram, Zayas, and Fundora, and I'm looking at all of that. I want to know what's going on over there with the titleists up there. Why are you trying to stop what I'm doing and charge me $50 to watch this crap? Ain't no belts involved. And I didn't hear any of them say, yo, man, I want that Bakhram smoke. Oh, man, I want that Zayas smoke. If they said it, I missed it. You know what I did hear? I did watch and I heard Virgil Ortiz be adamant about making the fight. They went back and forth about who said what first. Irrelevant. If y'all want to sign to fight each other, fight each other. Y'all not getting my money though. I'll find a way to stream it, because that's how you get slated. And then lo and behold, after all of that, who backs out of that and starts talking about Errol Spence? And this is why I'm putting a link in the chat. I had some race soldiers come into the chat last night, and I blocked y'all. Delano, salute. I blocked y'all yesterday, but make yourself known today. Make yourself known today. Let me know who you are. Come through. You might not be able to type because I did block you eventually. No, wait. I may have blocked both of you, but when I drop the link, click it, turn your camera on. Moody, what up? Turn your camera on, and we can get to chopping it up, because I want to hear what you got to say. Because no sooner than my live ended, I got up, I did some things around the crib, my notifications go off, and I said, what is Champ Side going live? I said, why is Champ Side live on a Sunday at night? I said, something must have happened. So I go back to my desktop, I turn on Champ Side. At the same time, Blue Blood drops a video. Team Ortiz is now ducking boots.
Whoa! What?
Now look, y'all should have left me alone. Y'all should have left Stormy alone. Because we was talking about how we're not stoked to see either one of these dudes mix it up. We never said Boots was trash. We never said Ortiz was trash. What I was accusing them of doing was milking the public. Eddie Hearn, Oscar De La Hoya was about to charge the boxing public $50 or so to watch these two guys fight for nothing. There's no reward. Meanwhile, we got 3 titleists. Zayas is fighting for position. These guys are actually doing things. No one's saying Bakhram's name. That's the boxing right there. But I have no control over it. That's just my feelings on it. But people are going to talk about this and support it. I'm just saying I'm not stoked for it. And I'm not paying for it. But I get it. So it's going to be what it's going to be. So I said my piece and I got offline. And as soon as I get offline, Matsumusa, salute. 704 Joe, salute. As soon as I get offline, this news comes out. Now they talking about my dream fight is against Errol. Errol hasn't fought in 3 fucking years. Let's cut to the chase. You know what this play is? He didn't sell out Texas like he thought. In fact, Errol was getting more love in the front row than Ortiz was getting love in the ring. He got a 2nd round stoppage. So of course you're gonna say my dream fight is Errol, and Oscar's gonna say, hey, we're not the B-side. Why? You're not the B-side. Why? Why not? Because you're Latino? Because black fighters don't sell? Go ahead and say it. I know that's where you want to go. Boots sold out Philly. You didn't sell out Texas. What's going on there? Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say what's on your mind. Listen, this is boxing promoter bullcrap 101. Let me tell you what they're doing. If you don't know, don't act like you don't know. You know what they're doing. Whenever a promoter has a fighter that has a bit of a following and can fight, half decent can fight, or hey man, if we have a big enough following, it's not going to matter what we do with this fighter because the support system, between the support system, the unconditional support system, and how we move him, it's not going to matter. He can duck all the smoke. We can move him around and maximize our dollar off of this fighter. That's what Bob Arum did to Manny Pacquiao. That's exactly what he did to Manny Pacquiao. I was supposed to have a Manny Pacquiao conversation, wasn't I? With a couple of brothers from the chat. He did a lot. Manny Pacquiao is a Hall of Fame fighter. He did a lot, but there was a few things he did not do before he got the Floyd. And they rolled the Floyd Mayweather wave while ducking him for 4 years. I was here for the whole thing. I was here for the whole thing. It was based off of lies, deceit, and nonsense, and Floyd being the black villain and him being the born-again Christian Filipino from a third world country. A rags to riches story that never applies to a black athlete. It never applies. But that's what Oscar's trying to do to Virgil Ortiz. I'm Latino. I'm in Texas. We're automatically the A side. Whatever we say, even though we are ducking, they're going to look at Boots as the villain. Let's play it up. I really wish Boots didn't show up dressed like that with the gold chains and the hoodie and the shades. No, brother. What happened to brothers showing up in 3-piece suits? What happened to that? If Boots showed up with a 3-piece suit and speaking proper English, that'd have threw them for a loop, wouldn't it? But whatever. That's just my own personal thing. I know Boots is still a kid, but, you know, sometimes you got to grow up, man. But whatever, man. Whatever, y'all. Whatever. Whatever. So what Oscar's going to attempt to do, Oscar's going to attempt to ride that wave and convince you that this is Boots' fault. Del Riv, salute. But what makes sense is Boots he's the wrong complexion, and he has no protection being that he has that complexion. None. Zero. Zilch. Over. You understand? You understand me? They said the dream fight is against Errol. You know why they're saying that's their dream fight? He couldn't sell out Texas, but if Errol says, I'm coming back, no light work, I'm fighting Virgil Ortiz, that's when Dallas is going to sell out. And it ain't going to be because, they'll tell you it's because of Virgil Ortiz. But it'll be because of it'll really be because of the truth is coming back to the ring. And he owns Dallas. Corner girl, happy belated. Big F, salute. Happy belated. Corner girl, salute to you, queen. Much love. Trip around the universe. Del Riv, salute. Salute to you, corner girl. Much love. I hope you understand the play. We've been seeing this. Now they want to talk about Errol. We want to fight Errol. We love to fight Errol. This dude never said Errol's name in his life other than, "What's up, Errol?" Other than when he greeted him in the goddamn locker room. Tim, what up? That's my dream fight. No, let me tell you what happened between the ring, between Virgil talking to Boots. Let me explain to you how this works. First of all, I'm not even going to, until I feel otherwise, I'm not even going to put this on Virgil. Virgil said what he said, but by the time he left that ring, Oscar got involved. You want an example of that? Now, I'll respect Virgil if he doubles back and says, no, we're fighting Boots. But the last time Oscar had an issue with a fighter that he was promoting, it was Canelo Alvarez. Eris Landry Lara got up on the podium and disrespected him. And Oscar said, "Nah, man, I don't like that fight for you." And Canelo said, "F that, he violated, make the fight." And I'll give Canelo credit for that. Because loud is kept. Not quiet, loud is kept. Lara was all wrong for Canelo, and you saw it in that fight. He barely won it. I had it for Lara, but I knew what they was gonna do. Let me try and upload this thing because I got a lot of naysayers, but I want to, I got a lot of special bullets in the magazine for you clowns. I got a lot of them, so I'm prepared. Because mind you, I was talking about Boots and Ortiz, and they came in here and it didn't take them long. They found out. Well, we found out that they were just mad at Bud and Canelo. Pew! Pew! Man, you guys are something else. Let me see something. Okay. Pew! Pew! Yeah, man. So he fights Lara, barely got the win, but you find out that Oscar didn't really want that fight because he knew. See, Oscar, he's a clown and he's a weirdo. Mo G, what up? Thomas, what up? Yo, I told y'all last night. Big Shot Shaw was on my brother Thomas' channel. Y'all go run that back. The business is stinking dirty. Salute to Big Shot Shaw. I hope to talk to you soon also. You know what I mean? Y'all go run that back. Go to Thomas' channel and Replay Gang. Him and KG was talking to Big Shot Shaw. Jay Williamson, salute. Tim Harmon, salute if I missed you. So these guys know what their fighter's kryptonite is. They know. Just like the race soldiers are coming here and be like, "Oh, well, Floyd didn't fight this guy. Floyd didn't fight that guy." Because he know. I'm like, well, you'll never know now. But I know why Manny Pacquiao avoided him for 4 years. A lot of that had to do with Bob Arum playing it up to the audience. Because if a fighter has an unconditional audience, they didn't see anything that Manny did wrong. And even when he lost, they bought the excuses. He told y'all, "Oh man, it's I was healed by rice and salt water." Then fights Floyd and says, "I have a shoulder injury." Wait a minute. What? What is wrong with y'all? I know, but black fighters make all the excuses, right? Jim Diamond, salute. Oh, yeah, I want those race soldiers to pull up. Because I didn't say anything. See, God's not wasting any time with y'all. The only reason why he brought up Errol's name is twofold. Virgil Ortiz versus Errol in the spring blows the doors off of Dallas, where the Cowboys play. But it won't be because of Virgil. It'll be because of Errol. And what Oscar's going to say, oh, it's because of the Latino people. They come out and support Virgil. Look at the crowd. It's for Errol, stupid. It's for Errol, dummy. Virgil was headlining, and they dimmed the lights in the rafters. That's just it. How's that for the black dollar, stupid? And not for nothing, I heard it's not even like that in Texas. If they like you, they like you. If they don't, they don't. If you from the state of Texas, you could be Chinese. If they like you, they like you. That's just what it is. They like Errol. Then they want to throw Jamel Charlo in the mix. Oh, I want to put Virgil Ortiz versus Errol Spence in Dallas, and on the undercard, you put Boots versus Jamel Charlo. Man, shut up. From those seat sales, since y'all see this way it comes to punch y'all in the face now. Y'all like to talk about seat sales and letting fights marinate. Boots sold out Philly. So not only does he not have to come to Texas, your ass got to go to Philly, according to the numbers. Right? You see how that works? Who has more money in the bank? Let's play big bank, little bank. Who got more money in the bank? Boots or Virgil? Who's getting spoken about more? Boots or Virgil? I rest my case. But back it up for a minute. When did Charlo and Errol get mixed up into this? It's bad enough you don't want no smoke with Zayas, Fundora, or Bakhram. You got this feud with Boots, and it's like, who cares? You know, but...
Who cares?
I mean, what we doing here? What we got going on? You demons are liars.
The devil is a motherfucking liar. So you know I ain't worried. Biatch. Stupid bitch.
So you race soldiers, you tell me what's doing. I ain't got to say much. I said what I had to say yesterday. I said exactly what I had to say yesterday. Y'all came in here and started talking about Canelo. That fell on his face. Y'all did all of this talking. And then you clowns, one of you clowns talking about drop a link. There it is. Pull up. Pull up. And all I was doing was holding everyone accountable. That's all I was doing. I said, I don't care about this Boots and Ortiz thing because the real fight is between the belt holders. They're trying to figure stuff out. I like to know why Virgil and Boots, who some think are the best at that division, are not scheming on getting one of those belts. I don't care if they fight each other. There's no prize in this. And the biggest spit in the face, not a smack in the face, a spit in the face, the biggest spit in the face is they're finna charge you $50 to $60. I'm not paying for that. Put it on Free DAZN. This is ridiculous. So you know what? If you want to talk about Canelo, bring your bullshit. Rod Neal in the building. Bring it. Bring your bullshit. Come on. Let's go. I want the race baiters to pull up. I want the smoke this morning. Back up what you said. I know both y'all clowns watching me. Pull up. I'm going to give you the floor. Derek Gaines, the legend. Salute. Boots is phenomenal. Virgil, pretty damn good. But I'm not paying $50 to watch them fight. Why are we not stoked for the next Bakhram fight? His last fight, we saw what happened. He's the end of Tim Tszú's career. I know he came back and rematched Fundora. I know that, and it ain't work out for him. But no. That was a violent knockout. When you start asking what happened to Tim Tszyu, bring up Bakhram. Oh, but he fought Fundora after that. Nah, but Bakhram got in that ass first. Race soldiers who want to play the Latino, come on up. Let me know who you are. Let me know who you are, please. Come on with it. Click the link. Come on with it. Love to hear from you. Show the world who you are. I got questions. You know the rules. Come on up, turn the camera on, let me know you're a real person. And tell me why. You heard those clowns, you read what those clowns were saying last night? Ortiz about to beat all the black fighters. The only thing good about black fighters is that you can't see the bruises on their skin, which is a lie. I'm like, whoa, how'd we get there? Pew, pew. Oh my God, yeah, all Bud has to do is give Canelo a rematch. Why? So he can kill him this time? That's what you want? If Apollo don't die in Rocky IV, right? Do you ask him to run it back? Only the fools that have a personal gripe wants that ran back. Let me ask y'all a question. Some of y'all are my age. I'm sure John the Beast Mugabe had a deep following. I'd like to meet the dumbass, even the dumbass that's from his village that grew in the next door in the next hut next to him. Oh yeah, you get back with Marvin Hagler. John, get them next time. Ooh la la, ooh la. Shut up. You want to get that man killed? He's lucky he's breathing. You saw what Marvin did to him. What you mean? Run it back. You'll get them in rematch. No. Well, sit your ass down. You want to get this man killed. Matter of fact, here's what you do. Ask John, does he want to run it back with Marvin? The word no is universal. I don't care what language you speak. No means no. Now, Canelo might talk a good one, but he also running it. He said he wanted it back with Bivol, right? Now, this is Canelo. He can get whatever he wants. If he really wanted to run it back with Bivol, paper route salute. If he really wanted to run it back with Bivol, don't you think that fight would have happened? How can I believe what you say when I see what you do? How about a nice hot cup of shut the F up? I say time reveals all truth and the lie's nothing but the long way to the truth, but God ain't wasting no time with you MFers today. As soon as we ended the live, Champ Side goes on live. I said, what's going on? And then when I turned my phone on, then I say Blues video. I said, what happened? Oh, now he don't want the smoke? What happened? Oh, okay, I get it. Let me ask you another question. When was Virgil Ortiz a pay-per-view star? Now, you never heard me say that Boots was a pay-per-view star. Hell, you never heard Eddie. Check this out. If Eddie Hearn was trying to tell us that Boots is the pay-per-view star, I'd tell him shut up just the same. But like, yo, no, he's not. Shut up. He's not. I don't care how many seats he sold in Philly. He's not. So with that being said, is Virgil Ortiz a pay-per-view star? How? Now, why do I have to address this? And we got Riyadh season coming up. You know what I will pay for? Devin versus Bryan. Benavidez versus Anthony Yard. I'll pay for highly competitive boxing. How many of y'all are convinced that Errol could get in the ring in 4 months and compete at the highest level versus Virgil Ortiz? Because he's going to need it. He's been out the ring for 3 fucking years. But yeah, that's the fight they want. The guy that has been off for 3 years. And the last time we saw him, he got obliterated by Bud. Vince, salute to you and salute to all my comrades over there on Rumble. That's the move, y'all. Because YouTube fucking up. And by the way, let me talk to all of my black and brown people. A white woman got on YouTube, did a whole live stream in blackface, talking about the most disgusting people on this planet Earth was black women. I said, oh shit, wow. Now, you would think that that's a violation of community standards, right? You would think that, right? I think that video's still up. I did a pep talk on it. That video's still up. And then she did a live the next day and doubled down on it. But Miguel and Jerome are on my big nuts, though. Right? I can't cuss too much. I can't turn Tank Davis into a monkey. Right? But this white woman, and then on her next thing, on her next live, she says, America needs to get back to their white Christian values, which is different from Christian values. Didn't I tell you the Ku Klux Klan and everything? You know, the Ku Klux Klan, the people that Ryan Garcia said he wanted to join, those guys, right? Who's still around. Black Panthers were disbanded from the inside out by the FBI because they were a major threat. But the Ku Klux Klan is a part of American history, and they're still around. Never forget that. This white bitch got online on her YouTube channel and did that. I went to her channel on my live. I said, hey, the live's still there. The follow-up is still there. And then she said, we need to get back to our white Christian values. She says, what we do around the world, conquering, we also conquer and provide a better way of life. We civilize people. The Native Americans running around here with their titties out and everything else, but they came and told the women how to put a shirt on. The rat is not native to North America. It's native to across the pond. They hopped on y'all boats and jumped off when y'all docked over here. And now we have a rat problem here for hundreds of years. That's y'all dirty tits, tailless monkeys, hairless apes. Some of y'all got tails. Tony C, salute. Mr. Sharp, salute. Shyland, John Mike, big brother in life, salute. But they want Errol in the ring, y'all. Now look, you want to play the race card? Let's play the race card. They probably want Errol to go to the ring with a goddamn noose around his neck. If Errol was active, let me say this, man. These guys, their job behind the lens, salute, brother. Brother Code, salute. Their job is to protect their investment. If Errol had beaten Bud, in 3 years, he'd have had another 3 fights or so. And I'm lowballing it. Let's say he was still undefeated. He done beat Bud. Smoke and Talk. Real Baltimore in the building. Real Baltimore in the building. Go subscribe to my brother, Smoke and Talk LLC. If Errol was on a win streak after Bud, let's say he beat Bud and goes on a win streak, he's still undefeated. Do you think Virgil Ortiz would be calling for his name? Let's say he beat Bud, ends up at 54. I don't know. He beats Zayas. And now Boots is there. But Virgil's there. Now what? You think Virgil's calling for that fight? Or they're protecting their investment? MJ, what up? This is game. This is all game. Charlo has nothing to do with this. I'm still mad at him. Errol, I don't know what he's doing. I honestly think he'll fight again. But I don't know what he's doing right now. Right now, I don't know what he's doing. But you know what he don't need to do? He don't need to be in there with Virgil Ortiz. First of all, don't give him the alley-oop. Fuck that. Fuck that. And guess what? They ain't got no beef. But Virgil just put him in it. Up until fight night, after his win versus Erickson Lubin, you ever heard him say that his dream fight was Errol Spence? That's what I'm saying. From the ring to the locker room to the hallway, they straightened him out. No, call out Errol. Make Boots wait. Don't worry about how the public's going to perceive you. He's black. That works itself out. Whatever we say, the public's going to roll with it. They don't like Eddie Hearn. He's a liar. Meanwhile, you know, Oscar is a cross-dresser, and he's a liar himself. But if that was, please, man, y'all still talk about Al Heyman. That man's never given y'all a goddamn interview in his life or y'all lives. This dude Oscar's been caught with drugs and cross-dressing. He pulls large pieces of furniture out of his behind, and y'all just let him eat. So it's whatever. It's whatever. He gonna let y'all do this. Exactly, Smoking Talk. We got to deal with this bullshit. But meanwhile, when I said the other day, y'all gave life to Turkey Al-Sheikh, it's because of shit like this. What they're trying to do is the old way of doing business. I'm gonna tell you, it's twofold. What they're gonna do is they're gonna tell you that Boots is ducking and try and bamboozle you into thinking that, and then they're gonna tell you that Errol Spence is ducking. Meanwhile, he hasn't fought in 3 years. They're gonna try and bait him to come out of retirement. And this ain't Virgil for now. I'm gonna get pissed at Virgil if he don't speak up. Quan, what up? Egalitarian, salute. He gonna have to speak up. If you want Errol, say that. But you know what? That's not what you said in the ring. It's supposed to be you and Boots. Now you talking different. It's amazing. I'm calling for the race baiters today. We had about 3 or 4 of them in the damn chat yesterday. What are y'all at work? You can type, but you can't talk. Right. Unbelievable, man. Here I am looking for the smoke. And you brownies don't want it. It's cool. You race baiting brownies don't want it. Yeah, coach, of course they watching. You race baiting brownies don't want the smoke. You can try and assault me, but you can't. Physically, you can't. Mentally, you can't. Your boxing knowledge is limited to the people you support. Shabazz, salute. So this is an easy conversation on my end. And your ego is so through the roof, you don't even want to admit when someone's trying to, you don't want to submit when someone's trying to teach you something. There was a show on YouTube called The 3 Wise Men of Boxing, which consisted of Stormy B-Man, the late, great Kurt Sugar, and Scrapbook Boxing. You have to be a member of Stormy B-Man's, you have to be a member of his channel to watch the old episodes. When that show came on, that was not for me to participate and throw my 2 cents in or nothing. That show was an education. That was an audiobook. Because between those 3 men talking boxing, I had nothing to contribute. I either knew what they were talking about and I just smiled, but like, hey man, I remember that. Or I learned something. And y'all know me, I love learning. I take pride in saying, hey, I don't know it all. How many times you heard me tell people on the panel, educate me, because I could be wrong. I could be off on something. The 3 Wise Men of Boxing. How many of y'all are subscribed to Scrapbook Boxing? One more time. How many of y'all are subscribed to Scrapbook Boxing? I think he's the only historian on YouTube. I'm dead serious. A lot of the fighters that we talked about, he interviewed them before they died when he was a child. So it's from them to him, and he's bringing it to YouTube. But some of you motherfuckers, egos are so big, you will go to that channel and try and debate or debunk shit that he says. That's ego. And I ain't talking about that dude from San Francisco. I'm talking about your own personal ego. And if your ego's out of control, you're never going to learn anything. Scrapbook Boxing and Stormy B-Man are the only channels I put on to my uncle. My uncle's 84. My uncle knew Sugar Ray Robinson. They lived next to each other in Harlem in the same building. He knew him personally. He knew him personally. He has a picture where they would buy Sugar Rays. He had a bar or something. And everybody, there was a pink Cadillac out in front, and everybody had their big hats on. My uncle was in the picture. Hey, the picture's at my father's house. I look at it all the time, but I'm not going to post it. Matter of fact, next time I get a hold of it, I'll take a screenshot and I'll send it to the brothers in the chats that I'm cool with. Scrapbook will get you right. So you guys say you're boxing fans. No, your fans are fighters. Your fans are fighters. And it's okay to start following a sport because somebody brings you to it. But if you're not educated about the inner workings of that sport, I would recommend you not argue about it if you don't know. Because what you find yourself doing is sticking up on behalf of a person that brought you into the sport, and you might not understand that that person's an asshole. You might not get it. While you're saying, hey, I identify with this guy. What, you grew up like him? What, your uncle touched you? What about this guy that you identify with? And I'm talking to black people now, and I'm so sick and tired of black people who identify with him. You grew up in the hood. When does that stop becoming our story? Let me tell you something. If you was broke and your family was struggling and you came to school, you hid that. You didn't wear it as a badge of honor. It's ridiculous. Coach in the building, salute to you.
Salute, my brother Drew Titan. Can you hear me, brother?
Loud and clear, man. Let's get it, brother. Yes, sir.
Man, let's get it. I already know the race fans are not going to call in, but let me just remind everyone of something. To the race fan, to, black men who don't know their history, that don't know the history of the sport, that, you have this infatuation with some of these racist boxers who are from the Latino community, whether it's Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, you side with race fans who are racist, bigoted Mexicans in the sport of boxing that really put a thorn in the side of the integrity of the sport. Let me just disabuse you of your sick supremacist mindset. Any boxer that you find great, especially at the level of a Ryan Garcia or Teofimo Lopez, they were part of a program called the USA Boxing Program. Mm-hmm. And do you know who perfected that program? Black men. They don't go to Mexico to do a Mexican boxing program. Everyone and their mama tries to either get to because the Cuban boxing school not gonna let you in. But if you can make it to America, one of the best, it's not perfect, but one of the best boxing programs known internationally is from the USA Boxing Program. Now you might ask yourself, well, coach, how did it become the best program? Well, if you know the journey of people like Pernell Whitaker, people like Larry Holmes, we can even go all the way back to Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard. These men who went through the program, it was perfected through them and these legendary coaches who also put their footprint in the sport of boxing. So when you get up here and you repeat these racist narratives, or you even might be a black man praising a Ryan Garcia or a Teofimo Lopez, who remembers who these people went to when they were in trouble? You like the way Teofimo moves. He moves in the ring like a black man. He learned a lot of his movements, guess what? From a black man. When Ryan Garcia was kicked out of Eddie Reynoso's gym, who did he go to? He went to a black man. Every time somebody's in trouble in the sport of boxing and they need their swag to be elevated, they need something to make their game a little better. Who do they usually find? They find a black man. And if you are in the sport long enough, whether it's a trainer, whether it's a coach, whether it's a nutritionist, whether it's a doctor, 9 times out of 10, eventually, you're going to cross paths with a black man. Now, you all see Virgil Ortiz. You all see Canelo. You all see them going down to the ring, and they're praising their tradition. There's nothing wrong with that. But family, don't get it twisted. Black people paved the way for any immigrant, for any non-white person who is in the sport of boxing to be there today. So when you all get on here, you go on these rants, and you flood our chats, just remember.
Hey, I identify with this guy.
My bad, bro. Just remember where you came from. Remember who paved the way for you to be here. And I just find it amazing that you all forget, to the race fan, who risked their lives to allow you to be able to be here today. If it was not for black men and black women that you talk about, black men and black women, and this is why I just got to disabuse when I hear black men and black women praise these people who are racist towards you. Yep. You forget your ancestors who paved the way for them to be here. Without the 1967 Revisionist Immigration Act, when the government only wanted, and the 1964, when the government only wanted white European immigrants, some black people said, no, wait a minute. Everyone needs to be able to have a part of this dream, because we all fought in these wars for you to get your independence, for you to have what you have today, and black folks led the charge on that. So if it was not for black men and black women doing that, you wouldn't be here to be able to make that money. You wouldn't be here to be able to talk shit to us and try to talk down to us. You have an Oscar De La Hoya sitting up here calling Jerron Boots Ennis a boy.
You heard that? My God, bro. Oh my God. How does he get a man? Oh my shit. This is what happens when you youngins, y'all ignore the things, and these cats, the definition of playing in your face, they do it every day. And then when we bring it to your attention, you tell us that we're overdoing it.
That's right.
And I'm like, no, right. They've downplayed it so much to the point where you're just ignorant. It's not us, it's them. They're legitimately playing in your goddamn face. He said, boy. Mm-hmm. That went right over your head. That wasn't a mistake. He did it on purpose. Mm-hmm. He did that on purpose. You guys, you kids, I don't know I know who's raising y'all. Y'all don't have no fathers in the house, and your mother made a bad choice. But when you're around a bunch of men, you don't know what you don't know. I'm going to educate you because I want you armed to the best of your abilities so you understand what the world is. We're not like, there's a whole black town in Mexico right now. Mm-hmm. And you don't know about them. I played the video here like 2 years ago. Some chubby kid running around in Mexico looking like a young King Kong Ortiz. He's Mexican, but he black as hell. Yep. What are y'all doing? Y'all have no idea, and you don't care. You just want to win an argument. He called Boots boy. I didn't even
That's-
get to that, Coach. But go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
That's right. Oscar De La Hoya said it's a difference between it's night and day, and boys and men. So I sit back and I say, well, Oscar, who are you talking about? Who the hell are you calling a boy? He was talking about Jerron Boots Ennis. Now it's our job to call this ducking stuff out. Now we have to acknowledge the self-hate that's within us. And I just need everyone to understand. Just because I say you might have self-hate in you, it doesn't mean that it's conscious self-hate. You really might not understand what you're doing because your mind has been conditioned to do it. This is what I mean. Now, you all know after the press conference, the post-press conference with Boots and Eddie Hearn was getting on the media about, pushing against the whole Virgil idea and everything. And we drug Eddie and we drug Boots for a week straight. We said Boots needs to take charge of his destiny and tell Eddie exactly what he wants. So then he comes over to America. He steps in the middle of the ring. And as soon as it looks like we're about to get a super fight, they step over to Oscar, and Oscar starts talking about money. Oscar starts talking about, well, we need to have the leverage. Oscar starts speaking about Errol Spence. Now, you race fans, I can't leave you alone because you all were saying nothing about Errol before this. You all were saying nothing about some dream fight with Errol Spence. And when the guy went up to Oscar and said, hey, man, we've been talking about this fight for 5 years, that should have been the end of the discussion. If we're talking about something for 5 years ago in the sport of boxing, it's too late. We don't need to see it. But we're still here. This is how we got to the position that we're in today, where a Turkey Al-Sheikh can make his way into the sport of boxing. Riyadh season, where Dana White can make his way. So this is what I don't want to hear anymore. I don't want to hear. And this ain't just about politics. This is not just about politics. We have to stop the cop-out bullshit. This is about us not having the same energy. This is about hypocritical race fans. I'm tired of this, y'all. Now, see, every time I get to talking, every time I get to spitting this truth, y'all come out with these cop-outs and y'all do this. Well, and this ain't just at TMTV. This is about the narrative that's pushed all the time. I don't want to hear it's just politics anymore. I don't want to hear all fighters do it anymore. It is a clear hypocrisy going on in the sport of boxing, and we got to start calling this crap out because even Mexican fans were calling this crap out yesterday, saying we are not paying for shit anymore that we did not ask for. Over and over again. How many times do we have to keep trying the same thing, thinking we're going to get a different result, and we get the same crap? Now, if it is just politics, we shouldn't have any smoke for our fighters that's doing the same thing. And you all know it's not that way. So now that it looks like you all are ducking, now that it looks like we see what the truth really is, we're going to hold their foot to the fire. We are going to keep the narrative going until they are rebuked and they come out in front of the world and say, you know what, man? Like Canelo had to do. Canelo said, look, I don't agree with the way Oscar's trying to move me anymore. And they fall out about it. Now, whether Oscar's lying or Canelo's lying, eventually there has to be some parting. Eventually, we have to have a separation where fighters say, you know what? We might need to do like Bill Haney and Devin Haney. That's the real reason why the machine is getting behind the hate of them. Family, think about this for a second. I just want you to think. During the zone broadcast, they showed Ryan Garcia knocking down Devin Haney again and again. They painted it as if the whole cheating thing, the whole racist rants didn't even happen. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And somebody actually came in and dropped off. Please come back. Please come back. Don't let me run you off. Please come back and speak your mind. But to the race fan, there is no defense. Point blank, period. I don't want to hear anymore that Floyd Mayweather ruined boxing when you all are doing the same exact crap. But I'll let the person speak that just came in.
Well, yeah, that's our brother Steve Elder Mack. Before I go to him real quick, let me ask you a question, because this is something else. We've been conditioned, Coach. Let me ask you a question, and I know you know. I need you to define, and I know Mr. Ishmael knows, and salute to everybody, yourself and everybody in the chat that was military. Define what a soft target is.
A soft target, and salute to my brother Stephen there. I didn't realize that was you. So a soft target basically is what Virgil just did to Lubin. A soft target is in boxing term, you keep going up for the tune-ups, you keep going for things that you know that you can beat. That's not going to be too much of an issue for you to take over an area of operation. That would be a soft target.
Now, does that not define what they feel black fighters are and black fight fans are? Meanwhile, black fighters are the most dominant fighters in this world. All right, but meanwhile, we're treated as such that we're not. We're used, we're abused. They can drug us, they can do all of this shit, and they treat the fan base as if we don't matter. Meanwhile, we're spending all the money. For example, Floyd Mayweather, why y'all acting like all of his millions wasn't generated by black people buying all of his pay-per-views and merch and everything else? So my question, Coach, is why do you think the business of boxing treats us as such?
Because they know that they can get away with it. They know that our fan base is soft. They know that our fighters are soft. They know that our fighters will continue to dress up in Mexican flag colors and try to promote that crap. They know that, and not to disrespect their traditions, but we look foolish doing that. They know that they can treat us like shit and get away with it, and we'll do it. They know that Tyson Fury can cheat against Deontay Wilder, and we know what the hell we saw. He hasn't cut anybody open since then. And we saw blood running out the ears of Deontay Wilder. Only somebody not from America can come into the United States of America and beat a black man, cheat against him in front of us, and we don't do shit about it, and y'all still sit up here and praise these racist Hispanics in the sport of boxing. And you think they're gonna take us serious? Why the hell would they take us serious? They know that Ryan Garcia can go on a racist rant. He can talk about digging up the body of George Floyd, then come to a fight the following weekend and not be touched. We are soft targets.
Goddamn right. And y'all heard it. I hope y'all heard it. And that's why we will never get respected. I said a long time ago, when Elmo came to that ring with that fucking sombrero on and sat in that interview, and he said, my people, these people, they don't support. He lost me right there. He from New York. He lost me right there. And I said, why is he saying that out loud in front of all these white folk? And they laughed. No, man, you know, we always come out, we get the win, we dominate, but, you know, my people, these people, they don't support. I said, oh, yeah? You know what not supporting is? When he was moving up in the ranks, Barbershop Conversations said, hey, I'm going to have Chris Colbert on the show. I said, cool. Now, Fred is in California. I'm all the way here in New York. So when he goes on live, what was it, like 9 o'clock over there? But it's midnight for us over here. And at that time, I had to get up in the morning. I had to be up at like 5 in the morning, but I'm supporting Fred and I'm supporting the New York fighter, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm listening and listening and listening. We get to 1 a.m. over here. People start asking in the chat, and some of you in the chat may have been there that night. They start asking in the chat, yo, where's Chris Colbert? And Fred calmly said, I don't know. He said, you know, I sent him the link. He said he'd be here, spoke to him earlier. He said, look, I do this for them because we are all we got. I do this for them. They don't know. The media, they love him now, but let him hit a rough spot. Let him fight a Latino. They're going to show him how they really rock. And he's running around talking about he's half Latino, whatever. He's dancing salsa, walking to the ring with fucking sombrero on. And who knocked his head off?
Mm-hmm.
A Mexican. And salute to El Rayo. And let me tell you something. I ain't got no problem with Latino. I have no problem with y'all. I got a problem with black fighters that have no sense of awareness. They have no knowledge of self. And when he got his shit rocked, he ain't been right ever since. The last time I saw him fight was on Pro Box, and he got stopped by some Argentinian, or was he Mexican? I don't remember. But there was no sombrero that night. And that was the last I seen of him. Here today, gone today. We don't love each other. Zab Judah's last pro fight was against Cletus Selton, a.k.a. the Hebrew Hammer. Beat Zab so bad, he had blood on the brain. He almost died. Come to find out, Cletus was a steroid user. Where's the outrage? And Cletus from Brooklyn. Where the outrage? I was the only person jumping up and down and screaming over that. You got, see Thomas, he know. Cletus was on Royce. He almost killed Zab, y'all.
Yep.
Y'all even know that happened? And until we get it together, they're going to always do this. Ryan Garcia should be scared to leave the house.
Yep, he ain't scared.
Ryan Garcia, if this happened in the 70s, hell no. Hell no. Get the fuck out of here. If Ryan said that, oh man, I want to dig up all the Jews and burn them in ovens and be Hitler. Oh no, he'd be done.
Done.
You wouldn't be able to find out his fights online. DAZN wouldn't be airing the Devin Haney shit. He'd be under a rock. They would make him go apologize to every leader in the community in every state. They'd send him to Israel and go hug the wall like they got Floyd doing. All that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But who are our leaders? None.
Facts.
So when we get on here and talk like how we talk, come on, man. I had 3 racists in the chat yesterday. I saw him. I told y'all leave them there, but I saw a handful of y'all getting at them. But why do they feel it's comfortable to come to our channels and do that? I could never go to a Latino channel, even when they're speaking English, and literally show my ass. I could never do that.
They know they ain't gonna have no consequences, Drew.
Thank you. But we're so busy fighting one another. While we was pointing out the discrepancies with Fury, the most beef I got into was with a bunch of niggas over here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them was traders too.
Yo, with the Devin Haney shit, when we left the Barclays, we just said it's a loss. When I landed, I left and went to St. Martin. When I landed in St. Martin, I got a phone call.
Yep.
It said, Drew, don't say nothing. And I said, well, what? Yo, man, Ryan cheated. I said, oh, God. What, gloves? Said, no. I think he was on 2 things. We're going to find out, though. No, not clenbuterol. It was
Ostarine.
Nandrolone and Ostarine. And I said, yo, bro, I hope whoever did it is wrong because I don't want to deal with this. And I kept saying that I don't want to deal with this because I know what comes with this. I don't want to deal with it. And then what happened?
Ryan Garcia all on live.
He got caught cheated. He lied. Then he attacked George Floyd and attacked black people. And he lied. And then he said, fuck it, I did it. How's he awarded? Millions of dollars. A DAZN commercial, and he's on people's not podcasts. He's on it. He's on shows.
He's on the spaces.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. He's on there holding it down, talking about, yo, I stand on it. And ain't nothing gonna happen to me. And you niggas allowed him to do it. So when I get on here and I say what I say, and some racist comes in here, I'm saying what we doing about this? They do stupid shit like fuck with my channel when I hold Tank accountable and turn him into a monkey. There's some comedy value behind that. But he also says he's a big ape. I said, no, he's a little monkey. They want to put me in YouTube jail for 7 days. But meanwhile, right now, there's a white woman right now.
With a black face.
You know what? I can show you better than I could tell you.
All going right.
I can show you better than I could tell you. Lily Gaddis. All right? I'm on her channel right now. Here we go. No, this ain't it. Let me go. Wait. Let me go. Okay. Boom. I can tell. I can show you better than I can tell you. Here we go. This is her channel, right? You see this right here? I am not apologizing for what she said about black women. 193,000 views. Okay? Okay? Let that marinate.
They don't
Okay?
hear you, Drew.
Let that marinate. And she said, I'm not apologizing. Let me give you a little bit of what she said.
States. In order to achieve this, we need a leader to rise up. The people are getting there. The people are waking up slowly but surely. It is happening. And the powers at be are not happy with that. They are using every sort of ploy in life and chaos, as we're seeing in the UK, as we're seeing in Canada, and as we're seeing now in the United States. In order to achieve this, we need a leader to rise up. The people want America to be great again. And the way we achieve that is that we start actually putting America and Americans first. First of all, we have to start by identifying who the American people are. This country was founded on white Christian people.
There you go. I'm not lying. I'm not making it up. The host said that. And this is the day after she did a whole video in blackface.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the follow-up. I'm not apologizing. Now, if this isn't a violation of YouTube community standards, tell me what the fuck is.
Talk about it.
She got the protection for
But let me go here. I get niggers. Like who's that nigger that literally wants to sleep with BFTB? Black Lies?
Yeah.
Again, because hey boo boo. That nigga. You know what I noticed? When I went at him, what was it, a week and a half ago? When I went at him, you know what I noticed he said? Y'all didn't even pick it up. You know what he said? Oh, yeah, you're crying. Yeah, that's why you was off YouTube for 7 days. Nigga, you watch me.
Yep.
I've never seen you a day in my chat. But you watch me. You watch me. Or you are the ops, nigger. You are the ops. Because no person in their right mind goes to any man's channel and gets cussed out and talked down upon and gets put backstage and violated, and you come back day after day.
Come on.
He was literally taken out of the trash. He wasn't on. BF put him in the garbage for 3 months, and then he let everybody out, and he was the first nigga on the goddamn panel. I said, this nigga's crazy or he's an op. And I'm telling you, I don't even think he's black. I think he's trolling. His avatar is a Japanimation of a black person with purple hair. He's trolling, y'all. I don't think he's black. He's gonna have to prove it. That's why I told him, turn the motherfucking camera on. Turn it on. That dude's not black. He has to show me. But nevertheless, I make Tank turn into a monkey. I go to YouTube jail, which is fine. I got a job. I'm good. This bitch did a whole live in blackface degrading black women and then made a follow-up video saying I'm not apologizing. How the fuck is this not a violation of community standards, Google? And then when I say, hey man, what's up with this? They say, well, if you see something that's if you feel it's not community standards, then you flag it. You know what happens as a content creator if you flag videos? If they keep continually telling you that it's not in violation of the community standards, they flag you.
Yep, they'll tell you shut up
because they say you harassing them.
Yeah, and you get a strike. You get too many of those, they get rid of your channel. Now
Drew,
again,
that's why I don't do YouTube. I can't do it, bro.
I got 3 channels and I got a job, so I'm not really in this for the money. I appreciate it, but I got involved with the LDBC to help spread the message. That's why. Yep. But I'm also not stupid. I said if I get monetized, I'm making money. I'm gonna treat it like a business. Hence LLC. So I'm okay. But you learn certain things, and this is why I'm showing y'all this. If we're dealing with this on this level, what the fuck makes you think we're not dealing with it in boxing? They send bots to our channel. There was a bot in Coach Hudson's channel this morning. I peeped it.
Yep.
That wasn't a real person. That was a fucking bot. Champ Side gets bots all the time. You get these motherfuckers that come up in my chat. The channel was just made a month ago. This is the shit we're dealing with here. So we tell you funky dudes, it is about race, but we didn't make it that way. This is shit I'm talking about. This chick's channel should be off the air.
Come on, Drew.
Yeah, but she a white Christian, so they ain't gonna do it.
She a white Christian, they left her right there.
Yep, all on Pornhub.
When I start talking, when I say buzzwords like, yo, yesterday, As soon as Stormy said Tank Davis, they started fucking with his stream. As soon as he said his name, it's a buzzword. If you talk, you can't talk about Tank, you can't talk about Ryan, you can't talk about none of this shit. They start buzzing and zapping. I already told y'all, I was killing Ryan, respectfully. I wasn't cussing anything out, and they yanked my shit off the air. I had 500 people in the chat. They yanked it off the air, and I said, what is this? I started a live. I said, damn, I must have got a strike. What I do? Nothing. I started a live. The live is on my channel. It's called You Can't Stop Me. There was a live before that. I was on for like 45 minutes. When I was done with the second live, I went back and I asked YouTube and I said, what happened? We don't know. Well, where's my live? We don't know. It's okay. I have it on stream, y'all, and I have the live. But you guys fucked up when you did that because I was collecting data since before then. Documentation beats conversation. And they're gonna have to cut me a check. So I need y'all to understand. Be mindful of who's around you. When you got bitches like this allowed to exist on Google and YouTube, and you got niggers like Black Truth coming around, and y'all never notice that there's something wrong with that guy? When Bill first talked to him on BFTB's thing, what did he say? He said, hold on, you with the voice. That's cold. That means Bill knows what the fuck's going on with him.
Exactly.
He knew. He picked up in 2 seconds. And I'm telling y'all, that's not even that nigga's voice. Because if you heard him in the debate, his real voice came out. He don't talk like that. He's trolling, y'all. He's in black face. That's why we call him Black Lies, nigga. Now, I know you watching and listening. Click the link.
Is it true she's one of Ellie's setbacks people?
95% of the time, it probably is.
Man, Ellie, he went to Robert Garcia, and he tried to say, hey, do you want to put Virgil in there to get revenge for Mikey? And Robert had to stop him and say, no, Errol's a good guy. I'm friends with him. You know, Mikey's my brother, but that was just boxing.
Yeah.
But that was Ellie trying to start some bullshit where it wasn't. I ain't got no problem with Virgil. I ain't got no problem with no Latin fighter that don't got a problem with black people.
Right.
It's not like that. It's those, and that's why I get mad. Ellie Setback is an agitator.
Yeah,
he's a racist as fucking self.
Drew, I remember I was about to slap him, bro. Remember we was talking to Lil Muhammad Ali.
Ortiz.
Yeah, he came from out of nowhere, like interrupting, like, come on, my nigga. Yeah.
This motherfucker, man. Please, man. I'm on a video somewhere where I was so sick, but we was just all there as a bunch. And he had asked me a question. I answered it and shit. And I'm like, man, I don't like this dude, bro.
I need all the sisters.
Prior to that, I shook his hand in Vegas. And the nigga got sweaty palms. Man, wipe your hands before, man. Just, listen, there's just a lot of shit going on. And it's a damn shame that you knuckle draggers don't understand. My brother Trick Nolte in the building, man. Salute to you, good brother.
Good morning to the chat.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Yeah, man, Drew, I've been listening to what you said. The Zone is owned by British. I'll send it to you in the chat. It's owned by a Jewish guy.
There you go.
Yeah.
There it is. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he owned by a Jewish guy. And listen, I ain't gonna be long, man. I want to chime in on the Boots and Virgil Ortiz situation.
Yeah,
man, I've been watching boxing a long time, like a lot of y'all and you yourself. And my thing is, this is my opinion. I'm just gonna tell you what I feel. I don't feel Lubin is a shot fighter. I feel he gave us a shot performance.
Okay. Yep.
And the reason why I'm saying is because I'm gonna go back a little ways. Remember when Triple G fought, not Triple G. Remember when Canelo Alvarez had fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the type of performance he gave, and then guess what? After the fight was over with, Triple G came in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
That was set up. And
hey, Alaskan Turkey, turn your camera on so I know you're a real person before you join the panel. Thank you, brother. Okay, I got you. Go ahead, Trent.
And my other thing is, just like with this fight, I'm gonna go back another ways too. When Boots fought Custio Clayton went in and laid down for Boots to look good in front of Earl because they was trying to build that fight up, which should never happen. Then I'm looking at Lubin. He went out there, like I say, to me, he went out there and he laid down. In my opinion, I think Lubin's a better fighter than that, and it's like he just went there and laid down for Virgil Ortiz. And then the thing is, with the both of them guys getting in the ring, saying they want to fight each other, I don't believe the fight's going to ever happen, because at least with Triple G and Canelo, we had a date right then and there pretty much. These guys ain't talking about no date. They ain't talking about no venue, no nothing. They just got in the ring and they just start kind of half-ass join with each other. To me, that was just kind of fake. And then what I understand about Boots is, man, take that goddamn hoodie off your head, man. You make enough money to buy you a decent suit or some decent clothes. Every time you see me, got a damn hoodie on his head, man. Like these young generation, man, walking around with 90-degree weather here in the state of Texas, Houston, with damn hoodies on. But that's no here nor there. But my thing is, like I say, back with Boots, Virgil Ortiz, it's kind of like Oscar is being a hypocrite, because the same way Bob Arum led him through his career, he's doing Virgil Ortiz the same way. There was a fighter named Jose Luis Lopez. If anybody don't know who he is, go pull him up, man. Oscar De La Hoya, and I'm gonna go for as Felix Trinidad, Don King, and Bob Arum kept both of them.
Hey, Gub, I see you backstage. I need to see your face, good brother.
They kept this
nigga's backstage showing his dick, bro.
Oh wow!
I swear to God, bro.
Oh, please don't.
I swear to God, that's okay.
Oh man,
fucking faggot is showing his dick backstage.
These niggas crazy, bro.
Oh man,
that's okay.
This motherfucker gay Muslim. God damn. But anyways, yeah, they kept Bob Arum and Don King kept Felix Trinidad and Oscar De La Hoya away from that guy. And that's why I'm saying, now I'm bringing Bakhram up for a second. Talk about him yesterday on your show. I'm gonna tell you something. The first time I saw Bakhram fight, I was talking with a guy from out of Minnesota. His name is
Faggots.
Cesaro,
that was Jerome, by the way, y'all. Anyway.
Oh wow, oh my gosh. He said, hey man, this guy Bakhram, he's gonna be fighting on matter of fact, he fought on the David Morrell versus Sonya Becco fight. He fought on the undercard and he stopped the guy in the first round. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy is something serious. And these guys, like I say, Drew, they trying to fight each other. What about Bakhram? They want no parts of that guy.
That's what I said.
Yeah, they want no parts of that guy, man. So, like I say, man, at the end of the day, man, you know, they playing with us as boxing fans. And like I say, if Boots and Virgil Ortiz decide to fight, I'm not paying for the shit. But I don't think they're gonna fight, man. It's kind of like Oscar's keeping Virgil Ortiz away or whatever, and then Eddie Hearn is doing the same thing with Boots, and to me, it's just fake, man. So that's all I gotta say on it, man. That's why I want to chime on there for a little bit. Like I say, Copper Aborigines. Okay, I'll see. Okay.
I appreciate that, brother. Alaskan Turkey, you up, brother?
All right, Drew.
What's going on?
Yes, sir.
How's it going, man? Yeah, man. Well, I think Bruce Ennis is like is a good fighter. I think he's good. I think he can beat Virgil Ortiz, but I don't think he's like a real. I think he's like a low level elite fighter. Like he's kind of like Errol Spence. He's the same level as Errol Spence. He's like an elite fighter, but he's not a special fighter. Like Terrence Crawford is a special fighter. Jared Ennis is a low grade elite fighter, and I don't think he will dominate 160 pounds. I don't think he will be able to go up to 168. I don't think he's as big. I think he's a smaller guy, and I don't think he had a chance to become undisputed at 154 pounds. I think that tall Hispanic guy beats him, and I think Carlos Adames beats him. Mm-hmm. I think that what's his name? I can't remember that guy's name. 154 pounds. Israel Madrimov. I think Israel Madrimov can beat him. If I'm being honest, I don't think he's.
You talking about beating Boots?
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, well, okay, well, you know, I'm not disputing anything that you're saying. What pretty much was the purpose of the live is I'm aggravated that they're putting this this fight between Ortiz and Virgil
Oh,
ahead of the people with the belts that are actually doing the actual work. You know what I mean? So it's all subjective. If you feel what Boots can and cannot do, it's all subjective. I'm not going to debate that because we still got to see the fights. You understand? But
I think it's true. I think like if I wanted to see Boots fight Terrence Crawford, because if we're being honest, we don't know how good Boots is. We don't know because he hasn't really fought anybody. If we're being honest, he hasn't fought like elite level competition. So my question is, how good is he? And I think this Virgil Ortiz fight will show us that. Maybe he can beat Virgil Ortiz, but I want to see him against Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence, because those fights will show us how good he actually is. And we don't know how good he is.
well, I'm not going to disagree. I'm not going to disagree with that because there are things that Boots could have done. 3 fights in particular, he just didn't do it. And as far as namesake, this is a step-up fight for him, but I didn't ask for it. You know what I mean? And now he at 54, and they're smoking 54, but I'm not even factoring in Virgil Ortiz. I want these guys individually should be chasing belts and leaving no doubt that they're the king of the division. But the guys that have belts at 154, those are legit fights, man. Legit fights, and they're just not doing it. What they're going to do is try and fight. Well, I thought they were going to try and fight each other, and now Virgil's backing out of that. So let me ask everyone the same question before I go to my brother Enoch. If Virgil doesn't fight Boots all of a sudden because it's a money thing, it's an A-side thing, what do y'all want to see Virgil do next? Because Boots wants to smoke.
Versus Fundora. I want to see him fight Fundora.
Okay. All right. Fundora. All right. But we would agree that it has to be in there's no light work at this point. It has to be a top contender. It has to be. We would agree with that, right?
Yeah, 100%. Virgil Ortiz in the post-fight press conference backstage, he said he wants to fight Errol Spence. I mean, I'm shocked at that. That makes no sense. He was already ducking Boots, so that for me shows weakness, in my opinion.
I agree. Let me go to Enoch. Salute, Enoch. How you feel?
Salute. Amazing. Great to be back on the
real
panel.
quick, y'all, I just sent that picture and video to my little connected Google. Yeah, I just sent it. I pulled up that nigga page and everything. So yeah.
Dummy.
Yeah. But anyway, go ahead, Enoch.
Okay, salute to you and everybody. Just 3 points related to each other based on the topic and based on what I saw the other night. One, I figured Ortiz. I had bet money on Ortiz to knock out Ruben because Ruben, based on his they're paranoid about matching up fighters, about matching up their investments with competent black fighters. So
yeah, 100%.
I figured, because of the history, right? The only time when it's not a big money fight, the only time they'll actually match up their investments with competent black fighters is when the guys are either washed up, sabotaged, right, or paid under the table to take the loss, like Joshua Clottey gave Manny Pacquiao, by the way. I know, because I know that for a fact. I have people in Ghana, they told me everything. All right. So the second point that's related is, and apparently Ruben's washed up now, and he may or may not have taken a dive, just laying on the ropes like that, instead of sticking the jab and moving. But okay, the second point that's related is, and I'm tying the knots. Just like Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis have been using each other's names and dancing around to keep, to help them both duck, right? Because neither one of them will ever fight each other. And Shakur knows Gervonta Davis is de facto retired, but right? They was doing that circle and dance for a while. Just like they were doing that, Boots and Virgil Ortiz have also, for a number of years now, been doing that same dance with each other, right? And just keeping each other's names in the news. And but in the meantime, you know, cherry picking. So because they're also both, and also, so basically, those are the 3 points I wanted to make. That were all they're all related to each other and to the topic. Wait, actually, right. There was one more. Right. Also, a bit of conspiracy thinking, but just because, but with boxing, anything's on the table. Heath, I'm sorry, Errol Spence, right? Virgil's might be using Errol Spence is de facto retired, okay? But he may or may not, and this just came to me, he may or may not be actually being paid under the table by the suits to be used as a shield to protect their investments from actually fighting like dangerous fighters that could stop them, that could get their investments stopped. Because fighters lose all the time, but when a fighter's stopped, that really damages like their money going forward and negotiating power going forward. So Errol Spence might be used as a shield, just like he was used as a shield for Fundora, right? And he might be used as a shield for Ortiz now. And Thurman may or may not be being used as a shield in the same way, even though he's actually had a fight recently against a nondescript opponent. So those points all related to each other. I just wanted to bring that to people's minds and
Absolutely.
what do you guys think about all that?
No. What you said about, and salute my brother Blue Blood in the building, man. Salute to you. Check your text, Blue. Check your text. I agree. Confident black fighters, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. You ever had someone that think they could read human beings? Everything that I heard, the motherfuckers say, "Oh man, Boots look nervous." Boots is the one that pulled up in Texas, man. The fuck you mean he was nervous? They did the same shit when Bud went to Errol's fight. He wasn't with no entourage. I think he was with his lady or something. Oh man, Bud looks scared. Bud didn't have to go to the fucking fight. What are we talking about? Stop. So don't be a confident black person. They don't like that. But I agree with you, man. I agree with you. 100%, man. But salute to that homosexual gub that was backstage. I have your page. I just sent it to my connection in Google, and you about to get dealt with. This dude was backstage flashing his penis. Dead serious, and that's why let this be a lesson to all of you content creators. When you pulling people up, they rest backstage. You tell them to turn their camera on. All right, and be quick on the draw, especially if you don't know them, so you can get them off. Because what happens is, if I left them up there doing that, it becomes my fault. But when I tell you that these guys be homosexual, y'all think I'm bullshitting.
And you can't be locked up for that.
I'm not lying. This is what we deal with. You see what I mean? What grown man flashes his penis to another man?
A devil.
Somebody's gonna get arrested.
Hey, bro. That was probably Black Lives.
You can be locked up for that, family.
Yeah, he can. He can. Don't be in America, bruh. They're gonna come knocking. I promise you. I promise you. Thank you for that.
Bro, that's
y'all think there's women that watch this?
In my county, in my state, in Alaska, there's actually a law against that. You can actually go to prison for that. Alaska.
These guys gonna learn.
What state is he from?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. See,
Google's
when you do things like this, that's what I'm saying. This. Can you imagine? I don't know who's legal or not in my chat. Now, what if I had put him on the screen and then he did that?
That's a whole nother charge.
That's right.
Dummy.
So you did that to me. I ain't need to see that, bro. But I have it on video while you stand there wagging that tail. Yeah, and these little dick niggas.
This shit crazy.
His dick was chilling with a hoodie. Uncircumcised dirty dick niggas. Uncircumcised dirty dick niggas wagging that shit. I have it on video. I done sent it to my people already. You're done. I said, holler at me when you're getting the work done. He said, will do. This is the shit. Y'all think I'm bullshitting. This is shit I'm talking about. I'm not making it up. That's what I'm saying. See, MXC, he watches with his son sometimes. That's what I'm saying. Imagine you got your child on your lap and you just doing work and on the computer and you got this video playing and stuff, and then I put some fool up there and they do that. The first thing YouTube is gonna do is say that's your fault. Now I'm gonna say no. I put them on. I wasn't quick enough on the draw. I didn't call for that. You need to pursue that person, in which they will do. Man, this is great, man. You guys, God ain't wasting no time with you fools. But I got shit to do, man. Coach Hudson, please let everyone know where they can find you. You was cooking this morning, brother.
Salute, brother. You can follow me.
Yep, subscribe to Coach Hudson.
You can follow me at Coach B Hudson on YouTube or Rumble. Salute to everybody on the panel and everyone in the chat. Peace.
Salute, man.
Salute.
Man, salute to you, good brother. Much love and appreciation. Thank you so much. Alaskan Turkey. Oh, he broke out.
He out of there. Peace, everybody. For real.
Salute, man.
Oh, y'all didn't recognize me because that's me from 1991 in that motherfucker. Look at me. Handsome ass little lady killer. Look at me. All right, Drew.
All right, family. Enoch, as always, salute to you, brother, man. Much love and appreciation. Thank you so much.
You too.
Yes,
God bless.
I'm gonna be on the road, y'all. I'm gonna be on the road. Let me see, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm gonna be on the road for like 3 days. I'm gonna be dropping videos though. So just look out for the videos. I ain't gonna be live for the next maybe 3 or 4 days. But just be on the lookout for my content because I gotta bust these moves. You know what I mean? It's my birthday week, so we chilling, baby. It's also Nonito Donair's birthday week. Our birthday's on the same day. It's this coming Sunday. So he in camp though. He got a fight coming up. But I'll do my best to get them on. And salute to you. I can't believe these homos, bro. Y'all think I was playing? I'm not playing. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. And salute to y'all broke back community ass having money.
I'm gay. Gay, like super gay. Like one down here, one here, one here, one here gay. I thought you knew that.
And last but not least, salute to the wrench game, man. Y'all be doing y'all thing.
Come on!
Go Cree. Salute to the queen. Go subscribe to my queen. Go Cree. Salute to you, good ma'am. And as always, the general's on. Let's head over to 78 Sports TV. He's live right now. And we got the fumbled rock, courtesy of Virgil Ortiz. We're going to run with it. Let's go to the general, 78 Sports TV. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.